Hello everyone, it's Professor Noor, and today I'm gonna show you how to create and edit a chart for an independent project 3-4. So let me share my screen. So yeah, the assignment is Excel creating and editing chart independent project 3-4. So the first thing is you need to download the file, the Excel file. So I will start here. I downloaded the file. I will open the file. Now, when you open an Excel file, you have to remove the Enable Editing button. You see in the top, you have to click it so that you will be able to edit your workbook and the worksheet. So click on it. Now we should be able to edit the worksheet. Next, I will zoom it a little bit. Now, we will go back to our instruction, and then we're going to scroll a little bit down and see what we have to do next. So first step is to open the Classic Garden 03, the starting file, which I did that. Now the next step is to use the quick analysis tool to create a cluster column chart object for cell A4 to G9. So let's pull up Excel again. A4 all the way to G9. So be sure you select the range. And then once you select it, you will see this small icon here, which is our quick analysis tool. Click on it and then go to the next option, charts. And then we are looking for cluster. Click on it. So the next step in your instruction, we need to move the chart to row 112 and it has to match the column H30. So we will move the chart to A12, scroll, and then we have, this is the column H. We have to stretch it to H column, and then we have to move it down to row 30th. Perfect. Now, the next step is we have to give a title to display CGL gross margin in dollars on the first line. So what we're gonna do, I will move these a little bit down here so I can see what I need to write down. So obviously I need to write down the title of the chart. I'll go here, highlight, and then type CGL gross margin in dollars. Now, in the second line, we have to type by departments. So the book says, yeah, that you have to, your instruction says you have to go to the formula bar and press the Alt and Enter key. So you have to go here in the formula bar and hold the Alt key and the Enter key, or you can do this and then type by department. Now what's gonna happen is actually I figured out that it's gonna delete the previous one, so we have to type it again. Although I can press the Enter key, but I'm just following what the step says. in dollars. So CGL gross margin in dollars by department. So let's go to the next step. We need to apply the style to the chart. The style should be 14. So click on the chart. In the top, you will see in your ribbon, chart style. So click the black arrow for more. And while you're moving around the chart style, you have to see the screen tip and look for 14. Style 14. Next step, apply 1 point black text second column outline to the chart area. So go back. Now, how you will know that you are in the chart area, right? One way that you have to go is go to format, and then the first one here, the first group that says current selection chart area, perfect. Now we have to go to under the shape style, you will see shape outline, and then we are looking for 1 point. So 1 point, then go back, and we are looking for the second text, which is text black text 1. So let me get and back and to confirm that you have it. So that one is selected. The weight should be 1 point. Perfect. Let's go to the next step. So the next is we have to display the minor horizontal axis grid line. And then we have to give it the black text as an outline. So what we need to do is we have to click the shortcut icons for chart element. We have to go to grid line, and you will see an arrow, click on it. And then we want the horizontal. We want this one, perfect. And then we have to go for more. And then you can also change the color from here for the outer, or you can go to the shape, like format, shape outline, and then you will click on black text 1. Now, if we go back to our instruction, as you see, they said we have to have it a black text outline color. Next, I have to choose this box. Next is to resize the data range to remove the design consulting data series from the chart. So I will choose this. I will go to my Excel. Now I will go a little bit in the top and click the chart. Now what you need is, we don't want the design consulting. You see here the arrow. I will hold the left key and I will drag it up, because we don't want the design consulting. Let me do it again. You see the square box here? You will move your cursor until you see the arrow. Hold the left key and drag it up. So what you did is just you deleted the design consulting from the chart also. You don't want to include the design consulting. Next. So we're done with that. Now we have to go back to the next worksheet, which is the break event, and we have to work on that one. So we will go back. Now we have to scroll a little bit. So let me close this pane. So scroll up, select to A1. Now if you look down here, we have two sheets. So I was working on the gross margin. Now click on the break event sheet. So in this sheet, what we want to do, I will zoom a little bit. So the first thing, let's go back and read. So now we selected the break event sheet. Next, we have to select column 8, B8. So let's check what we have in B8. B8, that's the formula here. B5, the sale price minus the assigned variable cost. That give us 125. Now the next one, we have to select the cell B10. The formula divide the fixed cost by the sale price minus the variable. So just we have to go back and check this formula in B10. As you see, we have used the round to round it without the decimal place. So B7, which is the fixed cost for department, divided by open a parenthesis B5, which is the sale price minus the assigned variable cost, close the parenthesis, comma, and because you don't want to have any decimal place with the round, so you have given 0. If you double click here, you're going to see the formula involved in here, right? And then escape. Now let's check this box. Let's scroll down. Now we have to review the references and the formulas in row 15 and build a table for the chart by copying the formula in row 15 to 24. So obviously what we want to do, that's the table here, right? We have to select and we have to fill it down with the fill handle. Next, so we copy it to 24. Now select the B5 and change it to 200. Then what's going to happen? The break even point is going to be 200. Let's go to B5. B5, instead of being 250, change it to 200. As you see, break even point changed to 200, right? And obviously, the stuff here also changed it with the changes you did to your number, right? Next, I will choose this. We're done with it. Now, the next we have to create a line chart. So to create the line chart, we have to select B14 to C24, and then we have to hold the control key, and then we have to we have to select E14 all the way to F24. Now check how I will do it. B column, B14, all the way to C24. All right, go back and check. Is that what they ask? B14 to C24. Now we have to select E14 to F24. So hold the control key, select the total cost, hold the control key. Now release your finger from the control key. Once you have selected B14 all the way to C24, then hold the control key in your keyboard and hold and click on E14 all the way to F24. So we created this one. Next, we are getting to create 2D line chart with a marker for each line. Now, The columns has been selected. Now we have to go to insert. We have to look for the chart in the ribbon under the insert tab. The group is charts. You will click on this one here where my mouse is showing you. Click this black down arrow. Now we need the 2D line with the marker. So that's the one. Line with markers. Click on it. Now let's go back to the instruction. So we created the 2-line chart with marker. Now position the chart object to start at H26 all the way to H45. So we need to drag it when you see the 4 black arrows. A26 to H45. Hold the small arrow, the circle in the bottom, drag it to 45. Perfect. Right? Let's get back. If you go up, you will see all your information up and the chart is in the bottom of your worksheet. And we are in the break event. Now, let's go back to the sheet here, to the instruction. So we did this. Now we need to edit the source data. So we need to select the select data, which is going to be under the chart design tab. And then we have to select the data group, right? So then we have to edit in the horizontal category access. So let me show you how to do it. So we are here, we selected the chart. And if you look here in the tab, we have the contextual tab and it says chart design. Under the chart design, do you see data group? Under the data group, do you see select data? You will click on it. And then you will get this dialog box here. So we need to go to the horizontal category / axis label. So click edit. Now we need to select B15 all the way to B24. Let's get back to is that what they want us to select? B15 all the way to B24 for the axis level range. Then we have to click OK. Then the next thing we need to do in the select data source dialog box. Let's get back to the instructions or choose this box. Now deselect the number sold box in the legend and entries. So that one should be actually, you will go to your Excel file and then you will remove the checkbox from the sold under the legend entries. And then we have to click OK. Obviously our chart changed a little bit. Now we have to give the title. Then let's go back and see what the title should be. You can copy this and paste. Now let's go back. Check this box. Now the next thing we want to do in this one, step number 14, display and format the chart elements. So we have to use the chart element quick bottom to position the legend at the top. So You see the legend is in the bottom. This is the legend here. So what we want is we want to bring it to the top here. So to do that, click the chart. The chart element shortcut is here. Then we have to go to legend. You see when you move your cursor over it, you have an arrow. Click on it. We want to move it to the top. As you see, it moved to the top. Now click the plus sign to hide the chart element shortcut menu. Now let's get back. So we clicked the chart and then we moved it to the top. Now we need to display the measure vertical grid line. The primary measure vertical. We need to have that one. So check, go back, click the plus sign, go to the grid line, and we want to have the measure primary measure vertical. So let me check again. Is it that what they want? Display the primary measure vertical. Primary measure vertical. So perfect. Now as you see, we have vertically and horizontally the grid. Next, format both the vertical and the horizontal grid with black text one lighter for the outer. So both should be this color. So you can go, you can select. As you see, I selected this one. Now also you can go here in the format. You can click on this and then you see here it says horizontal and vertical. So vertical and horizontal, right? You can also do it from here. So what we want to do, or you can just be sure you click this one, then you go here and then black text one lighter 50. All right. So let's check back. Is that what they want? So let's go back. Now we need to do this one too. See, we select it. Go to the shape outer, which is under the format. And then we need same thing we did, right? So let's go back. Also, we need the vertical one. So let me go back. You see this one here. Now we will go back to format. And then you have to be sure that you click this vertically. And then you need perfect. Now we have to go back. So we're done with this one. We formatted the vertical and horizontal grid line with black, text one lighter 50. Now we need to apply 1 point text black to the chart area. So you are in the format. Be sure to select the chart first, then format. Then you will go to this here and then you will select the chart area. So now you need to apply to the chart area. And then you will go here. You want the weight to be 1 point. And then you will go back and select text, black text one. All right. So obviously they say apply 1 point is the weight, and then black text is the should be the outer color for the chart area. Check it. Now apply an outset bottom to the plot area. Plot area. So go back, be sure you click the chart, go to format in the top in your tab format. So once you are in the format, you will have to go to current selection. So we want to see what we have selected. So we have selected now the current area, right? So that's our current selection. We don't want that. We want the plot area. So look for the plot area. Perfect. And then we need to go to shape effect. We need to go shadow. Under the outer, we are looking for bottom right, offset. Now let's go back to the instruction. Offset bottom right. And that should be applied to the plot area. Now we have to change the sale price to 225 in B5. So go up, B5, 225, press the enter key. Everything change accordingly. So B5 should have the value of the price should be 225 instead of being 220 or 200. Now we have to complete the worksheet formatting. So we have to select cell A1 and A3 and change the font to 16. Go up, select A1, A2, A3. Under the Home tab, Format, change it to 16. Go back. So from A1 to A3, we changed it to 16, the size of the text there. Now select A1 all the way to H3 and center the cell across the selection. So let's go here and select A1 all the way to H3, right? Under the alignment, you will see the gray down arrow. Click it. And then under the horizontal, the text alignment horizontally, we want it to be centered across selection, right? So let's go back and read. Center the cell across the selection and then apply the border to the bottom. So click OK. As you see, it moved to the middle. Now we need to select A3 all the way to H3 and then go to font, click the border, and we want the bottom border. Apply a bottom border to cell A3 to H3. Now we will have to select cell A1. A1. And then we have to set the page for landscape orientation, center the page horizontally, and scale it to fit one page. And that could finish up our task. So we need to go back to the page layout, and then we will click under the page setup group, you will click on the down black arrow. And then we want to change the page orientation to landscape first. Second, we need to go to the margin and we want to center it horizontally. Let's read again. Center the page horizontally and scale it to fit one page. And then go to the sheet It was on the what they said again, and then we want to scale it to fit one page. So sheet, you see here it says under the page is scale 100, so you will click fit to what? One page. Now click OK, and then save and close the workbook. I will click the floppy in the top. We saved it. Next, scroll down, and it should look like what you see on the screen. It look perfect. Now I will save it and then I will upload, and then we're gonna see what the grade we received. So I will close it. Then I will close this. I will give some option here to upload it, so I can be able to upload this. Then I will go to Sim student to upload. So obviously you will go to your manual and then you will upload it. So I will go here. Now I'm back to my assignment from where we started earlier. So we're done with the first one. Now we're gonna do upload. So now we're gonna do this part here. Once you're done with the steps and you downloaded the file, you worked on it, now you need to upload to check what will be your grade. So we will go to upload. That's my file, Sadiq Nur Classic Gardens. Now I will say yes and submit. As you see, I scored 100%. I don't have any partial, nothing is wrong. All the 7 steps is done. Everything is perfect. And obviously my grade is 100%. So I hope that you understand how to do uh, Excel creating and editing chart independent project 3-4. So you have to follow the video from the start all the way to the end, and then you should be good to go to score 100, and you also going to understand the process of completing these assignment. Thank you and have a nice days, and I wish you the best, and thank you so much. Bye.